So, dear children, welcome to this Edusat teleteaching English program. As you know, our motherland India is very rich with its culture, people of different religions, different communities, different tribes, different races, they live in this country. And our practices, our traditions, our customs are also different. So, it is called a land of fairs and festivals. People celebrate a number of festivals round the year. As you know, we celebrate some important festivals, and have a look at the screen. You can find how people they are enjoying this is Holi festival, and this festival symbolizes the brotherlyhood, because people of all religions, all communities, they take part in this festival, and how nice this festival. You can also enjoy the Holi festival. You just see Dasara festival, how people are celebrating the festival with a lot of interest, with a lot of joys and pleasure, right. So, we can also observe, we celebrate different festivals. You see the car festival, Ratha Jatra in Puri, and people, a lot of people they gather there, they enjoy this festival. And you can also find the festival Ganesh Chaturthi. You see every year in institutions and in also different cities, towns, people they celebrate this grand festival. In some states, this festival Ganesh Chaturthi is very important, and this is also another festival. You see how people they are enjoying, and you see how they are enjoying. You see this is another festival by the Sikhs. They also celebrate different types of festivals. So, people of different religions, Hindus, Sikhs, Christians, Muslims, they celebrate different types of festivals. And even in India, we have also tribal people, different tribes in different states, they also celebrate their festivals. You see how they are dancing, how they are enjoying their life. So, my dear children, we have different types of festivals. We celebrate Buddha Jayanti, we celebrate Ganesh Puja, Saraswati Puja, Eid ul Fitr, we also celebrate Buddha Jayanti, Mahavir Jayanti, and different types of festivals. And in India, in Northeast India, people are very rich in their culture. They have a lot of festivals, they enjoy the festivals, they observe their festivals, and dances and songs are most important things in their festivals. So, today we will read a very good topic. The topic is festivals of Northeast India, and we can know a lot of things about the people of Northeast India. So, let us see how people in different states in the Northeast India, they celebrate different festivals. Let us go to the topic. So, this is Northeast India, you see, and we have 8 states, right. So, what are the states and what are their festivals, how they celebrate, when they celebrate, and how they enjoy their life, let us see in your text. So, let us read the text, festivals of Northeast India, right. We have divided the text into 3 parts. Today, we will read the first part. So, let us begin with paragraph number 1, SCP number 1. So, we have 2 paragraphs in SCP 1. SCP means, as we have already discussed, in one SCP we may have one paragraph or we may have also two paragraphs. So, let us read the first SCP sense group paragraph, and in this SCP we will discuss the first two paragraphs of the topic festivals of Northeast India. I am going to read out the text, read out the paragraphs first. You listen to me and then we will discuss, and we will also go for some questions, comprehension questions, and these questions they can also help you to understand the text better, right. Let us begin. Please listen to me. Festivals of Northeast India. The Northeast India is a collective name for the easternmost parts of India, representing both a geographic and administrative division of the country. The region comprises 8 states, namely Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim and Tripura. The contiguous 7 states Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland and Tripura are commonly described as the land of 7 sisters because of their interdependence on each other. On the other hand, Sikkim is geographically not a contiguous part of the northeast region. So, it is not separated from the northeast by Siliguri corridor. It is not included in the land of 7 sisters. Sikkim has happily taken up the role of being a little brother to the amazing 7 sisters. The northeastern regions of India is a place of diverse cultures. The different communities and tribes of Northeast India celebrate their unique festivals with great enthusiasm and joy. Many of these festivals are based on agriculture, and celebration is not complete without traditional music and dance. So, let us go for the new words. In this topic we have some new words, and these new words are region, comprise, contiguous, interdependence, corridor, amazing, enthusiasm, traditional, unique. Once again you listen to me for the new words: region, comprise, contiguous, interdependence, corridor, amazing, enthusiasm, traditional, unique. So, region a particular large area or part. So, eastern region means eastern part of India, right. So, we are going to discuss the states which are in the eastern part of India. Comprise, to form or to consist. So, this eastern part comprises 8 states or consists of 8 states. Contiguous, touching next to, touching each other or having a shared border. So, the 7 states in the eastern northeastern part of India, they are contiguous states, they are close to each other, they are borders, they share the border of each other. Interdependence, depending on each other, these states, these 8 states, they depend, these 7 states excluding or excluding the Sikkim, excluding Sikkim, these 7 states they depend on each other. And corridor, a narrow piece of land, a passage, we will see also how there is a corridor which separates Sikkim from other 7 states. Amazing, wonderful, amazing states, right, amazing 7 sisters, amazing 7 states. Enthusiasm, a strong feeling of interest, a lot of interest, right. Traditional, as for old practices, traditional dance means old dances, traditional songs, old songs based on our beliefs, customs like this. Unique, being the only one of this type means completely different from others. So, these are some of the new words, we discussed the meaning of these new words, and let us go to discuss the paragraphs. Right, the first paragraph, you see I have already colored, I have used yellow color to highlight the important ideas in this part. So, the Northeast India is a collective name for the easternmost parts of India, representing both a geographic and administrative division of the country, right. So, when we say Northeast India is a collective name. So, what is Northeast India? It is a collective name. Collective name means collection of the names of 8 states, right, because of their geographic and administrative division of the country. So, from the geographic point of view they are separated, and also from the administrative point of view they are also somehow different from others. The region comprises, I have already said comprises, forms, consists 8 states, and these 8 states are Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim and Tripura. My dear children, you can easily remember these names, because all the names of these 8 states of Northeast India, they have been arranged alphabetically. The beginning letters A, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam. So, there are 2 A's. Then Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram. These 3 states, they begin, their names begin with M. So, 2A, 2 states begin with the alphabet A. 3 states, they begin with the letter M, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram. Then Nagaland, MN. So, AMN, then SK, Sikkim and Tripura. My dear children, when you are reading, you can just apply this technique, so that you can remember all the names of these 8 states of Northeast India. So, the contiguous 7 states, out of these 8 states, there 7 states are contiguous, means they are closely related to each other, they share the border and they depend on each other only except Sikkim. So, that is why these 7 states, they are called land of 7 sisters, right. And on the other hand, Sikkim is geographically not a contiguous part of the northeast region. It is separated, it is quite separated from other states. That is why, and it is separated by the Siliguri corridor. So, dear children, you can see the, you just see this is Northeast India, you can find Sikkim to your left side, Sikkim, right. Then there is a yellow part which is a part of West Bengal, that is the corridor, that is Siliguri corridor, that we say Siliguri corridor or a narrow place, and you will be happy to know that only the width, the it is 22 kilometers wide, right. The place is only 22 kilometers wide, and this is this functions like, or this is used like a path, a track or a way, right. Then other states, Assam, then Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Mizoram, Manipur, Tripura and Meghalaya, these are you see to your right hand side, and they are quite different from Sikkim. That is why these 7 states, they are 7 brothers, and this one state, this is called Sikkim is called the little brother. It acts like the little brother. You see, the northeastern regions of India is a place of diverse cultures. So, all these 8 states, we have different cultures, we have different festivals, different tribes, the tribal people or people of different tribes, they live here and they also celebrate different types of festivals. So, dear children, you just see the northeastern part of India, we have 8 states, and out of these 8 states, Sikkim is quite different from other 7 states. That is why the Sikkim is actually considered to be the little brother to all these 7 states, right. So, I think these 2 paragraphs you understand, then we will also go for a graphical, or we can put all these names in a diagram, so that it will be easier for you to remember the names and to know about how Sikkim is different from others by the Siliguri corridor. We will then go to the diagrams, so that we can you can easily remember the names of 7 states, 7 sisters and a little brother to the amazing 7 sisters. So, children, We discussed the first two paragraphs SCP-1. Now, you see the most important ideas of these two paragraphs. So, you see, have a look at the screen. Northeast India, that is a collective name of 8 states, and Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim and Tripura. These are contiguous 7 states, they are called 7 sisters, and Sikkim a little brother. Then the second paragraph is about this part is a place of diverse culture, we have already discussed. Different tribes, they celebrate their unique festivals, very important festivals, and the festivals are based on agriculture, traditional music, dance and songs. So, they celebrate these festivals based on agriculture, traditional music, dances and songs. Now, you see, look at the diagram to remember the names of the 8 states easily. Northeast India, the part in the middle, then one Assam, the second one is Arunachal Pradesh. So, 2H I have already told you to remember, then 3M Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, then Nagaland N, Sikkim S, then ST. So, AMNST, please remember AMNST, that will help you to remember the 8 names of 8 states, right. Then come to this Northeast India 7 sisters. Here you cannot find Sikkim, I have already told you. We have also seen in the map Siliguri corridor that separates Sikkim from other 7 states. So, these 7 states, they are 7 little brothers: Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland and Tripura. Let us discuss some questions and we can understand the text better. What is the Northeast India? When we say Northeast India, then that is a collective name for the states in the northeastern parts of India, right. Number 2, northeastern region of India consists of dash states. We have already discussed 8 states. So, make a list of these states. I have already told you the technique how you can remember the names of the 8 states: Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim and Tripura. The next question: which states are called the island of 7 sisters? Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland and Tripura. These 7 states are called the island of 7 sisters. Why are they called so? Because they are contiguous and interdependent. They are quite related, they are closely related to each other in the border and they also depend on each other. Number 6, why is Sikkim not included among 7 sisters? It is not included in the 7 sisters because it is not a contiguous part of northeast region. It is not closely related to other states. There is a partition or there is a corridor, Siliguri corridor which separates these states from Sikkim. Next question: what role does Sikkim play? Sikkim plays the role of little brother to 7 sisters. People of this region celebrate their festivals with dash and dash, with enthusiasm and joy, with a lot of interest and pleasure, right. Many of these festivals are based on agriculture. We have already discussed they are based on agriculture, dances and music, traditional music. Then number 10, celebration of festivals is not complete without dash and dash, without traditional music and dance. If there is no music, there is no dance, then there is no festival. So, people of northeast India, they celebrate their festivals with traditional music and dance. So, I think you understand all these things. Let us go to the second SCP paragraph 3, right. So, please listen to me, I am going to read out the paragraph. Blessed with lush greenery and the mighty river Brahmaputra, the people of Assam have a lot to celebrate. They are a series of 3 prominent festivals: Rongali Bihu, Kongali Bihu and Bhogali Bihu. Rongali Bihu, also known as Bohag Bihu, which is celebrated in mid-April with the onset of spring and the beginning of the sowing season. It also marks the start of a new year there. Kongali or Kati Bihu is celebrated in mid-October, which when the fields are lush and the barns are empty. On this occasion, people light lamps and pray to God for a thriving harvest season and to guide souls to heaven. Bhogali, called Magha Bihu, is observed in mid-January. The festival symbolizes the end of the harvest season. It is a thanksgiving when the crops have been harvested and the barns are full. So, paragraph 4, any Bihu celebration is considered incomplete without melodious folk songs and traditional dance. The Bihu dance is joyous one. Young men and women get in their best traditional attire and perform the dance with the brisk steps and hand movement. The tuning of traditional musical instruments including cymbals, bamboo clapper, dhol, which is similar to a drum, and the pepa, which is a wind instrument made of buffalo horn, add different kind of flavor to the dance as well as the atmosphere. The songs have been handed down through many generations. So, dear children, so these 2 paragraphs, paragraph 3 and 4, they come under SCP 2. So, under SCP 1 we have 2 paragraphs, paragraph 1 and 2. So, these 2 paragraphs they are in SCP 2. So, let us see the new words. We have some new words in these 2 paragraphs: lush, overgrown, well grown, right, जहाँ को आम कह भल फसल lush greenery, right, prominent, of great importance, prominent, very important, celebrated, observed, onset of spring means beginning of spring, right, marks, to be a sign of or celebrate, that marks, that becomes a sign of or that celebrates, barns, wonderful, and sometimes barn we can say also the store, right, thriving, successful, thriving harvest, successful harvest, good harvest, right, symbolize, to be a symbol, attire means dress or clothes, symbols you see, you can look at the pictures, in ODIA we can say jhanjo, right, in Pala also we use this. Bamboo clapper they are most of the time in Assam they make these instruments, the musical instruments from bamboo, and you see the picture of these clappers, right, ame ODIA jaha ko kahiba daskatia, right. So, jhanjo, daskatia, then you say pepa you see, that is one type of music, drum music, there are 2 sticks which are made of horns. Then generations, the people in a family or group or country, generations jaha ko ame kahu purusha, right. So, means one life or the people in a family group or country who are born at about the same time, means their life period is one generation, one purusha, right. So, my dear children, these are some new words and you know the meaning of new words. Again we will go for discussion, and when we will discuss you can also understand the meaning of these 2 paragraphs about Assam, right. So, in these 2 paragraphs you can find the festivals of Assam, how Assam has been blessed with the Brahmaputra river, that means God has blessed Assam with the great Brahmaputra river and also the lush greenery, good crop fields, so that the Assamese, they are really very lucky, and how they observe, how they celebrate their festivals, Bihu festivals, they are very important in Assam, and we will also discuss in these 2 paragraphs. So, children, the people of Assam, they are really very fortunate, having been blessed with the Brahmaputra river and the lush greenery, means a lot of crop fields, right. And let us go to the paragraphs to discuss how they celebrate the festivals. So, blessed with the lush greenery and the mighty river Brahmaputra, the people of Assam have a lot to celebrate. Bihus are among the major cultural festivals of Assam. So, dear children, so Bihu festivals, these are the most important festivals in Assam. Bihus, actually the word Bihu, that comes from the word Bhoga, right. So, Bhoga, from Bhoga, the word Bhoga, they use that Bihu, right. So, Bihus are among the major cultural festivals of Assam, and they are a series of 3 prominent festivals. So, there are 3 festivals: Rongali Bihu, Kongali Bihu and Bhogali Bihu, and these 3 festivals, they are also celebrated at different times. So, Rongali Bihu, the first, actually that is celebrated at the time of sowing, that is. So, these 3 festivals, they are based on agriculture, right. So, Rongali Bihu, that is the number 1, that is the most important festival out of these 3 festivals, and that symbolizes, that gives the idea, means they celebrate this festival at the beginning of sowing season. As you know, children, in our state we also observe, we celebrate Akshaya Tritiya. You might have known this, because in almost all the families, this is one of the important festivals in Odisha. We also start our sowing season, right. So, exactly the Rongali Bihu, that is observed, that is celebrated in mid April. You see, Kongali Bihu and Bhogali Bihu. So, Rongali Bihu, also known as Bhoga Bihu, I have already told you. So, from the word Bhoga, these Bihus or the Bihu festivals have been derived, have come. Bhoga शब्दरू पिले मैंने बिहू जो फेस्टिवल पर्व से मानस वाणी चंदी. Bhoga is a common word, I think, almost in Odisha, West Bengal, Assam and some other states also. That is why from this word they use these festivals, right. And this Rongali Bihu, which is the most important festival out of these 3 festivals, that is also known as Bohag Bihu, right. And it is celebrated in mid April. In mid April, you know, we have also an important festival, what we say Bishuva Sankranti, right. Boishak Masar Bishuva Sankranti, April 14th, Makar Sankranti, we observe this festival, that is very important festival for us. And mid April, with the onset of spring, we have already discussed. Onset means beginning of spring. So, beginning of the spring season, it is celebrated, right, and it also marks the start of a new year. So, this April, mid April, maybe 14th or 15th April, that is the beginning year in their calendar, in their local calendar of Assam, right. So, let us paragraph, that is the next, the second part of paragraph 3. So, Kongali or Kati Bihu is celebrated in mid October, when the fields are lush, but the barns are empty. Here barns means the store room, sometimes we say building, that means in our house the store. तमे सब पिले जानी थिबो जेतोले आमर सब धान आदा हुए आमे सबको वी पुट आवर पैडी इन ए स्टोर, जहाँ को सब आमे कहू धान घर बोली कहू बा धान रखिबा घर कहू, বিভিন্ন জায়গার ভিন্ন ভিন্ন শব্দ, sometimes the people they use different words. So, when the fields are lost full of crops, but the ones are empty during that period mid October, usually when we see the flowers in our paddy field, ଧାନ ଫୁଲ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଦେଖୁ ସେଇ that is the time actually they observe the Kongali or Kati bihu, or Kati is the name of the month, actually that is Bohag is the name of the Vaishakha maso, they say Bohag, Kati maso usually we say Kartika maso or Margashira maso, they say Kati maso, and they call this festival Kongali festival as Kati bihu, right, Kati bhogo, right, and this is mid October. And when the fields are lush, green, full of crops, on this occasion people light lamps, they light lamps as we light also. You know, in Deepavali we light in India, Deepavali is one of the most important festivals we celebrate, and they also light lamps in their northeast, especially in Assam, they light lamps and pray to God for a thriving harvest, for a better harvest, good harvest, a lot of crops, right. And Bhogali bihu called Magha bihu, they actually celebrate this bihu in the month of Magha, right. And as we also celebrate, you see in Odisha, Odisha re pile ame Lakshmi puja karu, jota ki ame the goddess of the agriculture, right, for a good harvest. We actually after the harvest season we do this, and usually they also celebrate this Magha bihu, which is called Bhogali bihu, in the month of Magha in mid January, right. And the festival symbolizes, indicates the end of harvest season. That means Magha means they have already harvested, they have already caught the crops, and they have already collected the crops, right. And this is one type of thanksgiving ceremony, thanksgiving festival in Assam, right. So, my dear children, you understand these two paragraphs, and fourth paragraph we will discuss also. Fourth paragraph, any bihu celebration. So, you see this paragraph is about how the festivals, these three bihus, this Rongali bihu and Kongali bihu and this Magha bihu, all these three bihus, how they celebrate, we can find in this paragraph, fourth paragraph. Any bihu celebration is considered incomplete without melodious folk songs. People they get together and they sing, and they also dance. Traditional dance means their old dance. So, bihu dance is a joyous one, very actually joyful, enjoyable dance. Young men and women, they get their best traditional attire, their dress costumes, and they perform the dance with brisk steps, very quick steps, strong steps, quick and strong steps, brisk steps, and their hand movement. We can also see, you can watch how Assamese, the young people, the young men and women, how they dance in bihu festivals. So, we have also some video clips and we can see. And the tune of traditional musical instruments including cymbals, I have already told you janjo, right, bamboo clap or daskatia, dolo, right, a drum, and the they also use all these traditional musical instruments, and they enjoy their life, right. The things have been handed down through many generations. So, from one generation to another generation, all these things they are transferred. तार्थ गोटे पीढ़ी रु अन्य पीढ़ी को, गोटे पुरुष रु अन्य गोटे पुरुष को तांको नाच गीत they are all transport, right. So, the people, young people, they follow the old people, their dance, their songs, they remember, they dance, they follow their dance, and they enjoy their life, right. So, let us you just see, have a look at the screen, different types of dances, bihu dances. So, the young people, how they are enjoying their life, and they dance, they sing traditional songs, they also play the traditional musical instruments. This is really very wonderful, very amazing, very fantastic, and I think the people of Assam and all other states also, the northern eastern states, they enjoy like this, and we will also discuss how they dance, how they sing. So, children, we discussed these two paragraphs, paragraph number 3 and 4 SCP 2, and these two paragraphs about Bihu festivals in Assam. So, let us consolidate the ideas that we discussed. So, look at the screen, Bihu festivals in Assam, and we have discussed 3 Bihus, Rongali Bihu, number 2 Kongali Bihu, and number 3 Bhogali Bihu. So, Rongali Bihu, as we said, this is also called Bohag Bihu, and this is observed in mid-April, onset of spring or beginning of the sowing season, marks the start of the new year. So, dear children, one thing I would just this is the first state we are discussing the festivals of Assam. I will just give you a technique. The technique is, when you are reading this topic, the festivals of each state, you have to understand 3 to 4 ideas. Number 1, what are the festivals? The names of the festivals, पर्व गुड़िक कौन कौन, when they are celebrated, and for what or why they are celebrated, and how they are celebrated. So, 4 things in ODIA I will just tell you. से पर्व गुड़िक कौन कौन, केतबेले से गुड़िक पालन करा जाए, से गुड़िक काहींकी पालन करा जाए, एवं किपरि से माने से गुड़िक सबु पालन करन. 4टी जिनिस, these 4 important things are very very important for each state. So, what are the festivals, when they are observed, when they are celebrated, why they are celebrated, and how they are celebrated. So, you see, so basing on these 4 ideas, you see the Assamese, Assam people of Assam, they celebrate these 3 Bihu festivals, Rongali Bihu, Kongali Bihu, Bhogali Bihu. And when the Rongali Bihu in mid-April, the Kongali Bihu in mid-October, the Bhogali Bihu in mid-January. So, mid-April, mid-October, mid-January. And why? Onset of spring or beginning of the sowing season. So, mane season, sowing season, just like our Akshaya Tritiya, they observe this festival. And the Kongali Bihu, they when the fields are lost, they observe, right. And why? Sorry, the Bhogali Bihu, they also at the time of harvest, right, at the end of harvest season, when the crops they are collected, they are put in the stores, in the barns. During that period, this Bhogali Bihu, just like our Lakshmi Puja, they celebrate these festivals, right. How? So, you see, first marks the start of the new year, second lamps and pray to God, and the last one they give thanks to the God, the goddess, right. Let us go to how they celebrate. With melodious folk songs, young people, traditional, they dance, they perform traditional dance, and they put on, they wear traditional attire, traditional dress with brisk steps. I have already told you, brisk steps means very quick steps, right. You might have seen, you might have watched the dance with quick steps and strong steps, जोर रे खूब स्पीड रे पाद पकेकी नाचिबा, brisk steps, right. And hand movement, they also move their hands with their traditional musical instruments. I have already told you, janjo, kholo, dholo, daskatia, all these musical instruments they play, right. Let us go to see the Bihu festival, right, how they dance. You can also see Bihu dance is also appreciated by everywhere in India and even outside the country, right. So, let us discuss some questions so that you can understand these 2 paragraphs better. Question number 1, what are the paragraphs 2 and 3 about festivals of Assam, right. So, these 2 paragraphs SCP 2 is about the festivals of Assam. What are the people of Assam blessed with? The people of Assam, they are blessed with lush greenery and mighty river Brahmaputra. I have already told you, they are very lucky, they are very fortunate, right, because the mighty river Brahmaputra flows through the state, through Assam, and the fields are actually they harvest Very good, a lot of crops, right. Question number 3, what are the important festivals of Assam? Bihu festivals, right. So, question number 4, Bihu festivals are of dash kinds, are of 3 kinds, right, we have discussed dash 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 Rongali Bihu and Kongali Bihu and Bhogali Bihu. So, Bihu celebration is incomplete without dash and dash, without melodious folk songs and traditional dance. So, Bihu celebration means the Assam, the people of Assam, they enjoy with melodious folk songs and they perform traditional dances, right. Question number 6, how do young people dance during Bihu? They dance, how they dance? They get in their best traditional dress or attire and perform the dance with brisk steps and hand movements. So, which musical instruments are played during Bihu dance? The traditional musical instruments like cymbals and bamboo clapper, dhol made of buffalo horn, right. So, let us go to paragraph number 5. So, lying, you listen to me, lying farther north in the mountain region of the Himalayas, Arunachal Pradesh is one of India's most remote and picturesque locations with lush green paddy fields and pine clad mountains. Nature has provided the people of this region with a deep feeling of beauty which can be seen in their festivities, songs and dances. The New Year festival, Losar, is perhaps the most important festival in certain areas of Arunachal Pradesh. On this occasion, people clean their homes and discard the old to bring in the new year. Mopin is the harvest festival of the Galo tribe. People worship goddess Mopin and pray to drive our evil spirits and for acquiring prosperity and wealth. And ingenious folk dance called Popir is performed by the young women. An iconic outdoor musical festival of Arunachal Pradesh is the Zero festival of music held at Zero in September every year. The music congregation features a combination of 30 indie bands and from across the world and top folk acts from across northeast India. So, you just look at the new words, then we will go to discuss remote, picturesque, clad, provided, festivities, discard, evil, indigenous, iconic, congregation, features, indie, right. So, look at the meaning of those words, remote, distant, remote places, right. So, Arunachal Pradesh is the remote state, means towards the end of the northeast, right, far off. Picturesque, very attractive, charming, right. Clad, covered, pine covered area, pine covered forest. Provided, given, that means God has given, God has provided a very good picturesque area to this Arunachal Pradesh. Festivities, festivals. So, sometimes in informal language we use festivities, festivals means festivities, right. Discard, so throw out, discard means they throw out the old things and they invite or they welcome the new year. So, evil, bad or harmful, ingenious, that is native or primitive, indigenous or musical instruments or dances means our native or primitive dances, right. Iconic, symbolic or traditional, congregation, collection or combination of musics, features that marks, right, that celebrates, that symbolizes. Indie, that means indie means independent pop groups, they are not actually controlled by any organization, they are called indie groups, right. So, let us go to the paragraphs. So, look at the paragraph, the highlighted words colored in yellow color. So, lying further north in the mountain region of the Himalayas, Arunachal Pradesh. So, Arunachal Pradesh is the further north in the mountain regions. It is the remote state, one of the India's most remote and picturesque locations, means full of actually full of sceneries, beautiful sights, natural sights, lush green paddy fields, good and beautiful paddy fields, right. Pine clad mountains, so mountains covered by the pine trees. Nature has provided the people of this region with a deep feeling of beauty. So, this place, the Arunachal Pradesh is so beautiful, so attractive, so wonderful actually. So, the writer says the God has given, the God has provided this area, this state, this region a deep feeling of beauty. In heart, people they feel this beauty, right, and which can be seen in their festive songs and dances, right. So, the New Year festival Losar, Losar you see we have two words Lo Sar, Lo means new, Sar means SAR, Sar means year. So, New Year they in their language Losar means New Year. So, they celebrate New Year celebration and which is actually called or this New Year's festival Losar, Losar is the New Year festival which is called the Losar, the New Year festival, and that is observed by the people by discarding the old things. They throw out the old things and they also actually welcome the new year, right. So, exactly as we see we observe the new year, we have two types of new year. In the January 1st is one new year and also in our ODIA calendar we also observe another new year, right. So, just like our new years they also celebrate their new year and their new year is called Losar festival. Lo means new, Sar means year, right. And they have another festival that is Mopin. Mopin is the name of one goddess and they worship the goddess because they want to drive away the spirits, they want to drive away the bad spirits and they want to live a happy life. That is why you just see in Arunachal Pradesh an iconic outdoor musical festival of Arunachal Pradesh is also Zero festival. So, they have three festivals Losar, New Year festival, another is Zero festival, another is Mopin festival, three festivals. So, let us see how they observe and how they celebrate these festivals. So, this is Losar festival, right. So, you can see I have already told you Losar festival in the new year they observe, right, and they observe like this. This is also another festival you just see in Arunachal Pradesh how people they celebrate their festival and they enjoy their festival. So, you just see this is Mopin festival, they worship the goddess Mopin and they want to drive away the bad spirits and for wealth and prosperity they worship the goddess Mopin, right. This is also you see this is another festival, musical festival, right, that is in the valley of actually Zero, Zero is the name of a valley and they observe these festivals in that valley. When they observe this festival they celebrate this festival in the valley, this at the place Zero in the valley, Zero valley, this festival is also called Zero Valley festival, right. So, children you are now you just see Zero festival in the valley how they enjoy. So, I have already told you in Zero festival 30 independent pop groups they are invited and they also do this. Oh, how you just see how nicely fantastically the people of Arunachal Pradesh they observe this festival in the valley, Zero Valley festival, right. So, now you just see we have already discussed all these things. So, in Arunachal Pradesh is the farther north in the mountain regions of the Himalayas, remote and picturesque location, very attractive place with green paddy fields and pine clad mountains, pine covered mountains. They celebrate three festivals Losar, Mopin and Zero festival. So, Losar is the New Year festival, Mopin is the harvest time festival and Zero is the festival which is observed in the month of September. So, in the new year, in the harvest time and in the September, and objective is Losar they observe, they celebrate for prosperity and wealth, Mopin they for harvest, they to drive away the evil spirits, and Zero festival is the musical festival, and they also perform different types of dances and songs. So, dear children, we have already discussed the festivals of two states, Assam and Arunachal Pradesh, and in Assam we have discussed. So, you just see what we discussed today, festivals of Northeast India, 3 SCPs 1, 2, 3. So, 1 SCP paragraph 1 and 2, introduction to Northeast India and diverse culture festivals, 8 states, 7 sisters and Sikkim are the role of a little brother. Then SCP 2 paragraph 3 and 4 about the festivals of Assam and about 3 Bihu festivals, Rongali and Kongali and Bhogali festivals. And 3 SCP number 3 paragraph 5 and 6, we have already discussed the festivals of Arunachal Pradesh and its location, how it is full of attractive sites, and how Losar, Mopin and Zero festivals are celebrated, and also we have discussed when they are celebrated, why they are celebrated, and how these festivals are celebrated. So, again before going to conclude this session, I would just like to say one thing. When you are reading at home, you please read like this. So, what are the festivals in which state, and when we observe, when we celebrate, how we observe and why we celebrate these festivals. So, children, now it is time for conclude this session. The time is over now. I think you understand these 3 SCPs from paragraph 1 to 6. Thank you very much.